Okay, let's get started. So I think what I want to talk about today is games that are in early access. This game isn't in early access anymore, in case it wasn't obvious. But there are plenty of games that do go on early access, and something that kind of crossed my mind, oh my god, what the hell? There's so many stone columns. But anyway, there are plenty of games that are in early access, and the question that comes up in my mind a lot of the time is, should I wait for the 1.0 release? Basically, should I wait for the full game to be finished, or should I buy the game in early access and enjoy it right now? And I think this is actually, it's not a straightforward question, obviously. If it was, I don't think I'd be talking about it. But I don't know, I am kind of stupid. Oh, interesting. This isn't scripted, I swear. But I think it's interesting because, you know, it could go either way, right? Like, if you play a game in early access, you get to pick up on some of the things that the game still needs work with, right? You get to help the developers out. Theoretically, you know, I think this is how a lot of game developers handle early access is you get to play their game early, and in exchange, you give them some help in the form of bug reporting and feedback, stuff like that, to make their game better when they fully release it. And potentially you might get like a discount or something, I don't know. But that gives us as a video game player, as a consumer, the choice to wait for the full game or to play early access. The entire reason I'm bringing this up is because Hades 2 drops on the 25th of September, which is in 4 days of the time of this recording. And I am, or I guess it'll be past tense soon. I'm in the camp that waited for the game to be dropped at 1.0, and there's some good reasons, I think, for doing it. For one, you know, I just wanted to wait for Hades 2. I just wanted to wait for the full game, like the game's story to be done. I didn't want to play the game and then not be able to finish the story at my own pace. You know, I didn't want to wait like months at a time for the rest of the story to come out with early access. And I think that is probably not super uncommon for other games in early access. You know, it just depends. If they're like a very story-driven game, which Hades 1 and 2 are both pretty heavy plot. Like, I'm not here to say that the games themselves aren't fun, because that's definitely not true. They're very fun, and I love them. But, you know, like, the story is a really big part of those games, and I'm very interested in the premise of Hades 2, but I wanted to wait for it to be finished, you know? So that's part of it. The other part is, I guess I just wanted to wait to be able to, outside of the story, I just wanted to be able to experience the whole game, start to finish, not being like, oh, well, you kind of reached the end of the the content we have ready, wait for a couple more months. And I guess it's kind of similar to how like updates for finished games work. Is like you play through all of the content we have right now, wait for us to come out with a new update. But it's just a little bit different because, you know, ideally you're playing through a whole game. That's pretty good. You know, you're playing through a whole game of content, and then you're like, oh, well, that was like a satisfying experience in its own right, but I do want more. Whereas something in early access is like, well, that was really fun, but there wasn't very much of it, and now I gotta wait for more of the thing that I really want. That's just not an experience I really wanted for myself. But on the other hand, you know, it's good if some people do early access. If some people play a game in early access, because they you know, they get to give feedback and give insightful comments. Sorry, I'm struggling because I have to kill these guys. You know, they get to give feedback and stuff like that for the game, and it genuinely helps the developers. It's almost like a moral dilemma. It's like, do I sacrifice my own experience to help make the game a better product for everybody? Or do I, you know, oh geez, he's trying to schmoove on me. Or do I wait and hope that other people are willing to, you know, sacrifice their own experience? Obviously other people don't see it that way. Ow. Oh jeez. Other people don't see it that way. They're plenty happy to play the game as soon as they possibly can. But, you know, if you're like me and you you don't want to experience the game until it's, you know, it's ready. You basically are just kind of hoping that other people will give the feedback that they need, that the developers need. Dude, this guy is riding my ass, and he has not even taken me to Olive Garden. This is very, very rude. I have no AoE. That's kind of the problem that we're dealing with right now. Wow, okay. I did not think he would be able to hit me through a rock. Oh. That works. Okay. That's pretty good that I have survived that. We are, oh my god. What is this start? There's still a void cradle too. Anywho, that's the thing that I kind of thought about earlier today, was like, it's an interesting choice. And I don't think you're wrong either way, you know? Give me that. I don't think you're wrong either way. But for me personally, I think, especially in this example where the game is so story driven and I want to be able to experience it from start to finish, I just didn't want to compromise on that. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think people are like, obviously as a consumer, you're not obligated to play early access just because the developers could use the help. That's not how it works. But do you think it's better for people to play early access, even if that means compromising on their experience of the game, if it helps the developers out? Or do you think it's better if people just wait and give the developers the time they need? I guess both of those could be true, but like, you know what I mean? If they reserve their first impression for the finished game, let me know what you think. Okay, we got the Wandering Vagrant and a Stone Golem who is very intent on making this annoying. Okay. Probably just stay out of teleporter until he's dealt with. Yeah, there we go. Oh, interesting. Despite the fact that the stage was kind of sparse in terms of like things to pick up, the number of things to pick up, the things that we have picked up are very good, especially for Commando. Really couldn't ask for a much better start. What is that over there? Can't tell. Let me see it. A little pro tip for all you Eclipse enjoyers out there. Leave the teleporter. Like, not forever, but like, you know, if you're in a spot like this where there kind of isn't a lot of cover other than like the edge of the map and then like this little ring over here, just leave. It might take extra time, but that's better than dying. So, you know, just, oh no, I left the teleporter. That's fine. It's just good to keep in mind in Eclipse 2 and beyond, you know, just leave. Is something over here? Oh, it's not. Is it talking about that? Because I don't care about that. Whatever. Okie doke. Void Cradle, what you got for me? It's probably good enough. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it'll make early game easier, if nothing else. If you're curious, I'm debating on that decision because I think Capped Bleed with Commando is a little bit better than Capped Needle Tick, and we do have a Clover, so it's not that unreasonable that we will get Capped Bleed. But Needle Tick really isn't that much worse. It's very capable. Plus, we've got Boomerang, and that's just gonna make these guys ripe for the picking. Oh, geez. Oh, hello. And goodbye. So, that Nintendo Direct, huh? I can't say it was very stellar. Like, I want to be excited for, well, I don't know. I want to be excited for new Pokemon games on the behalf of other people who like Pokemon games. I'm not crazy into Pokemon or anything, but like, you know, I know that a lot of people are. Like, it means a lot to them. So I would like them to do a good job, you know? And seeing DLC come out for, or like, I'm not even honestly that like caught up on it, but it's like, I heard something about DLC being announced for the game that isn't even out yet, and it's like, I don't know how to feel about that. It's one thing for like board games to have expansions that come out at the same time as the game, but you know, that's a board game. It's not. That's not to say that board games aren't expensive. They can be for sure. But it's just, I don't think it's normal in the culture of video games for an expansion to come out with a game the same time that the game comes out, especially considering the game is already $70 and in a series that has had a little bit of a rough track record in terms of quality content. You know, I wouldn't have said that maybe 5 years ago or something like that, but I think it's fair to say nowadays Pokemon doesn't actually have that good of a track record, especially not recently. Their track record's been pretty bad. I'm sure there's some Pokemon fans that would crucify me for suggesting such a thing, but I think it's true. I think they've been a little lacking recently. So I think it was an interesting move. Oh my god, that's very good. Interesting move to announce an expansion for that game when it's not even out yet. I think it raises a lot of concern that the game is not going to be a full game. You know, it's not going to be packed to the brim with content because there's an expansion that they want you to buy, and that people are afraid that it's going to take away from the amount of effort and content being put into the main game. I think that's what it stems from. That said, I'm not that well versed on the subject, and I think that if I notice in post that this is all wrong, I'll probably cut this segment out. Well, this will be a wonderful misinformation segment. Ooh, let's go. Yeah, so this build is kind of good. And by kind of good, I mean kind of really good. It's kind of actually really, really good. I do also think it's kind of weird that they already have DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza when that came out, like, I don't know, like a month ago or something. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but like it wasn't very long ago. And then everything else is kind of just like, okay. I mean, Fire Emblem fans are probably excited, maybe. I don't care about Fire Emblem really, but for the people that do, that's cool. I am not among the people who see all the Fire Emblem characters in Smash Brothers and think, wow, I don't want those people to be happy ever again. I think it's cool that there's a lot of them. And from a game development perspective, it makes sense. They are easier to implement versus a brand new sort of character set. So like it's understandable. And I think the reality is I almost just jumped off and killed myself. I think the reality is if they weren't added, you probably wouldn't have. It's not that they took up a slot. I think you just wouldn't have gotten any other character. Wow, they did not spawn the newt except for over there. And I don't think I can get up there. Huh. That's, yeah, I don't think you can do that as Commando without any, any items. Okay, well, that stinks. Although, honestly, at this point, it kind of doesn't matter. Oh, wait, there's already a blue orb. Okay, never mind. I don't care. I should have looked. I should have looked beforehand. Is he gonna die before? Yeah, he is gonna die before he can even shoot me with his laser. Wow. That makes things pretty easy. I'll just smack him up with one of these. Wow. 2 boss items. Surely there will be a turf hunter. But anyway, yeah, I think if the Fire Emblem characters weren't in the game, like those slots were not occupied, I don't think they would have been replaced with other characters from different series. I think you just wouldn't have gotten anything. So I think it's basically what I'm saying is it's better than nothing. That's not to say like you can't desire more variety in the characters that they add. That's where I think adding Byleth, a purely new DLC character, that's a little bit different because there were already a lot of Fire Emblem characters, and they weren't part of the base game, or like the original Fire Emblem characters were part of the base game, and then adding Byleth, you had an entirely separate sort of development cycle to add Byleth, or any character that could have been there. And it just exacerbated the problem that people feel like there's too many of them. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I'll probably just take the Mocha. Good enough. We really need some speed and damage reduction. We've got like giga damage, right? Like the damage is here. We really just need some mobility to make sure that we don't choke and die. Not that I would do that, but like hypothetically. That's actually kind of good, but I feel like I could lose. There's kind of not really anything like super important. Okay, that kind of sucks, but it's whatever. Shurikens are probably worth it. I have to gamble, by the way, because there's nothing really good. Actually, I haven't been to Gilded Coast in a while, and I definitely have the damage, so I guess we can go Gilded. Why not, right? It's for YouTube. Oh my god. It's just a little bit terrifying. You know, not a big deal or anything. Just, you know, just a grove tender just looking at me like, hey, bro, pizza's here. I'm starting to remember why I don't go here. Other than I want to pick the stage I go to. Oh, by the way, if you want my the same mods that I use, description will be in the link below. I think I'm having a stroke. I guess I'll catch you on the flip side when we're done here. It happens. Okay. Not really where I wanted to go, but it's fine. At least it's not Rally Point. Gotta lock in. I've got a couple Void Cradles, so that's cool. All right, I really don't need any more Cautious Slugs. First equipment coming up. We've got Elephant. Why can't I think of the name? Blast Shower. There it is. Blast Shower and then a random. Probably go random if I don't find something else, because I could always get a recycler or a credit card. Oh wait, meh. I used to really hate this stage, but I feel like the longer I've played, the more I don't mind it that much. Probably because I've come to understand how bad it is to get Rally Point. Oh my gosh, that did so much damage. Why? Somehow I have not found Warped Echo or Opal or Teddy Bears or anything, really. I shouldn't be scrapping. This is not really a safe amount of HP. Oh, found a Sail Star. I don't think I've opened my rusty lockbox yet, so should be good. Yeah, I do want to open that. Hey, you know what? That's not bad. It's not necessarily what I was looking for, but it's definitely not bad. Okay, I just gotta find the lockbox now. Leave a like if you've ever Sail Starred yourself. And if you have, you know exactly what I mean. Okay, there's my small chest. That's a trap. Don't want to open that right now. I'm confused because I didn't attack. Oh, razor wire. Oh, there's a large chest right there. Never mind. I'll just open that. I didn't even think about razor wire hitting these. I don't know how I couldn't think of that though. That's like literally what happens all the time. Where is my lockbox anyway? I don't need it anymore. I'm just curious. Oh, it was right there. I hate larva. I think I probably hate larva more than blind pests at this point. Blind pests are punishing, but they're not that hard to avoid. Larva in Eclipse can be faster than you and actually very hard to avoid if you are not very fast. There are so many of these stupid crabs. I hate them. They suck. I still haven't found the new. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay. Exhibit A on why you should never keep Hunter's Harpoon if you can help it. Did you notice how I dashed forward like super far? Yeah, it's because Hunter's Harpoon was active and it almost killed me. Thousands of commandos die every year because of crappy items like Hunter's Harpoon. This is actually kind of a good printer. Get that garbage out of my inventory forever. Okay. Why are there so many of these guys? Dude, get a hobby. No, not interested. Oh, there's a worm! There's a worm! Oh my gosh, he could have killed me. Holy shit. Oh. Yo, let's go! Holy cow. Dude, he just appeared and wanted me gone. I did not realize he was here. No, I can't describe to you how not interested I am. It would take too long. Yeah, this run's kind of insane. I feel like a glass cannon though. I have no damage reduction and not very much speed. I'm kind of just trying to use Ari as a big meat shield, honestly. Oh yeah, there's like a million void cradles to open too. I just don't want to like explode, you know? It's kind of like my main concern right now. Oh, thank God. Okay, never mind. I feel much better now. I don't think extra grenades are really that helpful. I honestly don't think I really want that. I'd rather be able to get fuel cells. That's good. Acceptable, I should say. It's not ideal. Yeah, big thanks to the surprise worm. Even though he tried to kill me, he did give me a myrrh, so he's a good worm. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Speaking of Chance Shrine, I have not seen a Shrine of Chance this entire run. I heard the sloshing of a gup. Oh, that's a Void Seed. The Void Jailer is fighting a gup, so I'm gonna let him do that. Combat shrines for money, if needed. That is insane. Probably just go ahead and wipe all these guys out of existence. Okay, what have we got? 8 thou. Oh my, what? That's like the best legendary chest ever. What is this run? It's so good. Hello? This went from, yeah, that's a pretty good run, to, oh my god, what were they thinking? Yeah, it's pretty good. Don't worry, I'll still find a way to throw. Just you wait. Are there any games coming out soon that you guys are looking forward to? I already said it earlier, but I am super looking forward to playing Hades 2 in just a few days. That is a very good game. Maybe, probably. Yeah, normally you shouldn't open Void Cradles until the end of the stage in Eclipse, but right now it kind of doesn't matter. I'm kind of glad that this is so easy, because it's kind of hard to talk and play at the same time, but this is easy, you know? Yeah, I'm excited for Hades 2 coming out. I know people have been playing a ton of Silksong. I still need to play Hollow Knight, the first game, before I do that, but it's cool to know that whenever I do get around to playing Hollow Knight, oh, there's a worm. There's just a worm chilling out here. It's cool to know whenever I do play through Hollow Knight and I finish it, there is more waiting for me. I think Hollow Knight fans will probably be very angry to hear me say that, because it's like, we had to wait all this time and you didn't even care. But I don't know, it's cool. It's like I'd have to... Oh, never mind. It's totally possible. Yay, let's see what they got. Worms. Worms. And lots of them. Oh, ow. I thought he was dead. Aw, why? There was like a billion worms and one stone titan. Ah, there's still a worm. That's just a... Okay, that's the guy I didn't kill earlier. He said worms. Are you talking about me? That was funny. Dude. Watching that single missile just slowly making its way towards that Lemurian was so funny. I guess for fun, we can see what these spawn. All right. All right. Oh, hey, there's the Gup. Oh, look at the Gup. He's so good. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Goodbye, Gup. Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I really need that. I do have Clover, though. Why not, right? I mean, I don't even think there's really another red item that would change much of anything. I guess Runic Lens would be really good, but it doesn't matter, really. Sky Meadow, no worm, so, you know, that's kind of a bummer. I have not even attacked you, sir. Oh, I guess I have. I will say I don't like the fact that my only... As I was saying, I don't like the fact that my only defense is safer spaces. I don't like that. Gup, I heard him. No, Gup! I'm so sorry. Oh my god, he exploded. There is a gun. Oh, that is super good. If safer spaces is gonna be my only defense, you know, I would want to, actually, that's not true. I did just pick up Warp Deca. So it's, yeah, it's really not that bad. Oh, and there's an opal printer, but no scrapper, I don't think. With there being a Shrine of the Mountain, and the time being at like an hour, it is possible that we could see the overloading worm, and I hope we do. It's Christmas. That's the only reasonable explanation for why this is going so well. This is like ideal, like practically Artifact of Command levels of good. Case in point, this is so good. Okay, that shrine just does not want to get with the program. Oh, there is a scrapper. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Okay. All right, that's disgusting. Oh my god, dig up. Oh, he's so good. Look at him before he explodes. He's trying very hard. All right, goodbye. I'm so sorry, Gup. All right, if it is a worm, I'll have to be very careful to kill it quickly, or at least while Tesla coil is off. It's not running. Okay, so there's Tesla. Let stuff around us die and explode, and go. Oh, there's fireworks. I forgot about those. No, wait, yes. Thank God there was a worm. Is there an equipment drone on the stage? Oh, Gup, no, don't approach. You're gonna get zapped. No, stay back. No, Gup, no. No, my son, my child. I didn't want to kill him. He got too close. This is like some Greek tragedy. It's like, I love my son so much, but if he gets too close to me, he fucking explodes. My son being the Gup, of course. As much as I like fireworks, I don't think they're gonna help a whole lot, so probably just stick with, because what's the cooldown? 5 seconds. That's pretty good. I feel pretty safe, you know, in my space, my safer space. Aw, gross. Probably the first red item we found that is strictly not good. Trying to decide if I want focus crystal or not. It's fine, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, my schmance dolls. I don't need those anymore either. Get some extra rose buckler. Okay, there were 2 cloak chests. Yeah, I kind of miss a lot. But I'm also kind of just let's wrap things up, you know. This is done. Nailed it. I'll do this again in a second. I'm just using this to skip having to deal with the perfected constructs while I'm trying to check the soup. All right, what do we got? I see garbage. Anything a little more useful? What do we got? Drone parts. That's not bad. Shipping. And that was about it. Okay. Not the greatest soup ever, but it's okay. Doesn't need to be. Really just trying to avoid that perfected wisp. I really do not want the smoke. Even as godlike as we are right now, I know better than to trifle with the machine gun flying turret boys. You're just asking to get reversed. All right, Mithrix, you're done, buddy. It is so over for you. Oh, you're done. You're gonna wish you were never born, bucko. Oh my gosh. He doesn't stand a freaking chance. I mean, until he busts out pizza. Then he stands a big chance. Oh, the damage is crazy, though. He's just getting chunked. Oh. You see when the missiles collided with him, how his health bar was just like, oh god. Half the time, it's just waiting for the missiles to catch up. Alright. Trying to keep away from that as best I can. See, he stands still for that, and that's really his biggest mistake. That gives me so much opportunity to just lay into him. Ow. Dude, quit shooting me in the backside. Too many back shots. My dude. Okay. Ouch. Okay, well, just know I'm not playing very well, but it actually doesn't matter in the slightest. Oh, thanks for the go hook. Nice. Owned. See you later, Stinky. Yeah, so this was like a really good commando run. I mean, Clover and Boomerang stage 1 is just... it's pretty hard to beat that. Honestly, even just that would have made for a pretty good run. And then everything else that came after was just like even better. It's a little trickier here because I can't get up and use the boomerang on him, but it doesn't matter. And done. Pretty good. Leave a like and a comment about anything I've said in the video, especially about, you know, waiting for games to come out or playing them in early access, stuff like that. And subscribe for more garbage.